Well, I've just been having another conversation with someone, and quite frankly, what's the best way to put this? This guy has been misguided. That's the best way I can put it. He has been pretty much led astray, and regardless of what evidence I've shown him, it doesn't matter to him. Now, he started this conversation by showing me the paper, oh, hang on, hair, which basically shows the contributed effects chemotherapy has to cancer rate survival. Now, this paper is banded around everywhere by every single natural nutter you can think of that says, that uses as evidence that, chemotherapy is only, 2% effective. That's not even what the study is about. If you actually look at what the study says, it actually says the contributive effects. So, not only are they misunderstanding the very point of the paper, but as I said in my last video, the numbers do not add up. I've said this, I've used this saying before, but 2 plus 2, no matter how much you want it to be 5, the answer's always going to be 4. Because if your number is right, then you're basically saying 97% of people who have chemotherapy as a adjunctive treatment or a curative treatment die. That is insane, because the numbers do not support that at all. And yet, it's flabbergasting, because, I have a friend, I know, she's doing chemotherapy at the moment. And, chemotherapy has some awful side effects, and it's what makes it so easy to demonise. But it's one of the only things that we have that is effective at getting rid of cancer. And, I'm just trying to talk to this person, and I'm sending him links, just look at these links, read them in black and white. If that study is true, then it should say that the amount of patients that had chemotherapy should have died. But no, none of them died. But again, the paper itself is actually really flawed. Because, first of all, the data they were using was from 1998. The paper was published in 2004. So, first of all, not only is this paper itself at least over a decade old at this point, the actual information that they are using is even older. And I'm just like, that doesn't account at all for any of the advances we have in in medical technology. And it's just like, this and it just goes back to the whole point of it's demonizing. And again, the guy said it's said it himself in his last comment, and I'm just like, right, this conversation's over at this point. He just goes, "You'll never prove to me because there is no logical reason," and I'm just like, oh. At that point, it's just, some people, you know, you're never going to convince everyone. But, by God, sometimes when the evidence is flying in the face of people and they are so blind to that fact, it's absolutely mind-numbing. It really is. Boggles the mind.